Hey everybody, so I'm here today to talk about a very interesting card, and that is the Clover. I recently did a video about somebody's finances, and this card came up, and I mentioned about the finances would be good. This is a lucky card. This is a good card, but I also made mention that there may be a period of like turmoil or trouble or anxiety or something like that I used. And this card was there, and someone said, that doesn't seem to fit. So I want to tell you where I got this. So my Brazilian friends, who I had, actually there was a podcast they had me as a guest on, I think it was a little over a year ago, I believe. We were talking about the clover, and they have a different meaning for it, and I started to explore how this kind of transitioned in my meetings. So this card to them reminds me a little bit of how our mountain card is. It's obstacles. However, these are obstacles that are surmountable. Where Theta Oliveira is, she's a beautiful witch down there, and she took some time to explain their concept to me, where she said the mountain, typically you have obstacles where you have to make a detour, go around, and you have to make an alternate route. You do other things because the mountain's in the way. Whereas this is surmountable. This is something you can get through, you can get by. This is like, it's lucky, but it's like a little bit of luck. And I've always used this as a lucky card and a little bit of luck. So if we were to compare to, say, the bouquet or the flowers, this is like a gift of something beautiful, something amazing. This is like a much more positive card. And this, the sun, is like the huge victory card. This is probably one of the most positive cards in the deck. It is like a ravishing, glowing Super Bowl win. This is like all positive, huge, big, and wonderful. This is a luck, but a little bit of luck. So where someone were to ask a question and you get the sun, it would be like, yes, you'll get it. Yes. It's like, this is so big. This is so wonderful. And if you get this, it'll be like, yeah, that's really good. This will be beautiful for you. And if you get this, it's more like, yeah, it'll be good. But so it's like, this is like, has something good, and yet there's something else. So what I started to do is in my journaling and in my readings, and when I do readings, I also take notes. When people give me feedback, I actually know what cards they were there, and I take a lot of pictures of readings. The clover, what I noticed is that the clover was coming up for difficult situations. So things where people were having worries or anxiety over. And the clover would say like, yeah, you kind of get through it. But I never really saw humongous changes, huge shifts like this. Bam, there it is, you win, like that sort of thing. It was like, yeah, you'll get through it. So if you get this, it's like, whoa, yeah. And if you get this, it's like, yeah. But so, my friend in Brazil, Jose, Josie actually is pronounced the same, Josie. Some of the examples he gave me, which I found are perfect examples. It's like when you leave the house and you have a small tear in your clothes. Or he says, or if you get your hair done and it looks absolutely beautiful, but then you're thinking like, oh my God, it's too short, but it looks good. Okay, so it's good. He says these are like little routine things you put up with every day that really aren't like horrible or setbacks. It's like, there it is. But it's still, you're okay and you can move on. It's good. It's like, is the cup half full or half empty? Which is it? So it may be neither. It's just your perception of it. It says like if you go to Starbucks or the bakery, Josie says, it's like you get there and there's a line. So, you still get your coffee. It's still okay. You're going to get it. But it's like, that's that thing. Or an internet connection that's there and then it's choppy. It's on and off, or it drags, or it's a little slow. It's like, you got it. You got your internet connection, but it's like, it is so not that. This is that like really fast cable connection, like zips through. This is like, you got the connection and it's like, now it's dragging again. What's happening? So these are little difficult like things, but you can surmount them. You can get through them. So all of these things, what I noticed is as I was doing my readings, and I'm like, man, you say a little bit of luck. So think about that. It's like, 2 step forwards, 1 step back. It's not like humongous, bam, luck. So what I invite you to do in your readings is do what I did in mine and see if this works for you. Is that when you get the clover, what exactly does a little bit of luck mean? So for me, this is still a positive card. down there, this is more, they call it the sticks and stones card, and it's become more of like a negative slant. For me, this still remains positive, but it's like a little bit draggy. It's a little bit like it hangs. It's luck that is like just that little piece you wish it were this, or you wish it were this, because you want your wish to come true. But it's kind of like that. It's almost like you go for the job interview and you get the job, and then you realize it's like a really boring job, or just like not what you had hoped. So like you get it, but you know. So this always seems to me to have the word but attached to it. It's like, yeah, but, and you may even want to do a reading to say like, what's the but? What is the hold up with this, and why is it just a little bit of luck and not like the huge Super Bowl win? So I've noticed that in my readings, when I get the clover, I'll go, yeah. It'll happen, but I don't really have the same excitement as I would for something like the sun or the most beautiful flowers or bouquet. So the bottom line is, when you do your readings, understanding these cards and knowing that these don't have equal weight or equal value or equal meaning, and that the little bit and the little bit of luck really does have a significance, that I would invite you to explore, to see that you get the same sorts of nuances that I did, that it's like, it's a step forward, but you know, we had one instance where there was a problematic person at work, and we were like, well, things change. We get the clover, and it was just a year of more of the same. The person was kind of doing what they're doing, and they were little aggravations, but it didn't set anybody back. It didn't cause the problems that the person was intending. It was like, yeah, we got through it. So there was that little bit of luck, but it was like, it would have been so much better if we got this and like everything was resolved. It wasn't this. It was kind of like that ongoing movement and the little bumps and blips and things that happen. So also I want to thank Josie and Theta for helping me with this and giving me permission to share their examples so that everybody could have a better understanding. And then keep your journals going. It may be the most important thing you do, along with practice. Practice, practice, practice. There is nothing that is going to take the place of practice, just like with any instrument, any sport, any talent, anything that you do in this world. If you do practice, you'll get better at it. So enjoy it, and may your clover journeys be remarkable victories.